This show is sponsored by MidasResources.com, your trusted source for precious metals since 1996. Call Midas today at 1-800-686-2237.
What is up? Greetings, America, and welcome, my friends, to The Bright Side, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutritional supplementation. I'm your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado, registered pharmacist number 12275. I specialize in using nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your vitality and to your health and to your well-being, and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to The Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body, you are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health issue. That is why we are here every day on The Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 27 years of practicing pharmacy, I've seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes and hypertension and obesity, skin diseases like psoriasis, eczema, rosacea, acne, digestive ailments, autoimmune issues of all kinds, recoveries that by the standards of modern medicine can only be called a miracle. But what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure. Because the human biological system is a healing system, a regenerating system. It is designed divinely to heal, renew, regenerate itself on a moment-to-moment basis. And while some folks may call this a miracle, it really is just the way the body works. If you have questions about health or nutrition or prescription drugs, we are here for you on The Bright Side. We welcome your calls. Our number is 855-660-4261. If you have a success story you'd like to share, if you want to contribute to the conversation, questions about ingredients, formulations, 855-660-4261 is your number. If you want to purchase any of the longevity products that you hear us talk about on the program, recommend on the program, or advertised on The Bright Side, you can head over to brightsideben.com and take a look at our shopping cart. We have all the longevity products up, all the systems, all the kits. We also have a Join the Team link that you can click on if you want to start yourself a longevity business, make some money selling longevity products, enjoy all the tax benefits associated with having your own business, including writing off your home office, writing off your gasoline expenses if you're driving to meetings, writing off your products if you give them away as samples. It's all for a one-time $10 fee, folks. What are you waiting for? If you haven't tried it out yet, click on the Join the Team link. Or you can also call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470. You can order any products you like from the Brightside Ben phone team, or you can ask them about joining the Brightside Ben team, 866-735-2470 is their number. And make sure you take a look at my blog, pharmacistben.com. We should have a post up there in a couple of days on probiotics, on good bacteria. We try to update the blog regularly. There's news stories up there. And there's also a newsletter that we're trying to get out. If you want to sign up for the newsletter, I think that's on the homepage of pharmacistben.com. All right, welcome to The Bright Side. Thank you so much for joining us once again. We've been talking about vitamin K, the most misunderstood, underappreciated of all the vitamins in the vitamin formulary. Vitamin K has a reputation for being a circulatory system vitamin. We've been talking for a couple of days how important vitamin K is for newborns who typically are deficient in, or who may be deficient in vitamin K, depending on the status of their mom's health, depending on the situation, the environmental situation in the womb as the fetus was developing. Vitamin K is routinely given as an injection to children to prevent hemorrhagic disease of the newborn. We talked about that last week. K stands for coagulation. Coagulation in German, anyway. Starts with a K. And that's because K is known as a clotting vitamin. It's a major player in the blood clotting process. The blood clotting process is probably the most complicated of all the biochemical reactions or series of biochemical reactions in the body, and for good reason. The blood is tissue, and the blood can get inflamed. And when the blood gets inflamed, that means clotting blood, and that means big, big problems. Clotting blood means lack of oxygen to tissues and to cells. Clotting blood means lack of detoxification. Clotting blood means lack of nutrient delivery. Clotting blood is really the key to staying healthy. Clotting blood is really the key to disease, and keeping blood from clotting is really the key to staying healthy. Blood is tissue. Blood gets inflamed. Inflammation equals sticky, prone to clot blood. Inflammation generally comes into the body in the form of food. This is so important, people. Blood clotting is serious business, and blood clotting can be regarded as inflamed blood. The tissue called the blood gets inflamed. And how does this happen? Largely because of food. Largely because of food toxicity. Largely because stuff is getting into the blood that shouldn't get into the blood. It's called leaky gut syndrome. You probably have heard of it. Leaky gut syndrome is a descriptive term that really just says what it is. Holes in the gut. Holes in your digestive tract allowing food to get into the blood. This is not a trivial state. This is not a trivial condition, folks. Food getting into the blood, little particles of hamburger and sandwiches and fruit and whatever you're eating getting into the blood is a disaster. This is why blood-thinning drugs are so popular. Our collective American blood is as toxic as the Gulf of Mexico or the South Pacific or any other body of water that you want to name on planet Earth. Our blood is as toxic as our planet, as our environment, as our mind. It's holographic. The whole planet is toxic, and the parts are toxic. Our bodies are toxic. Our cells are toxic. Our government is toxic. The citizens are toxic. And it does no good, by the way, to rail against government tyranny and the so-called New World Order when we are just as angry and toxic and hateful and deceitful as our government. Our toxicity and lack of nutrition shows up as the disease process. The disease process is how our body deals with toxicity. And the idea that we can drug ourselves back to health when we're toxic and diseased is as stupid and foolish and fallacious as the idea that we can shoot and bomb our way to a peaceful planet. John Kerry this morning, we're not going to war in Syria. This is what he says. You guys probably heard this. We're not going to war in Syria. We're just going to bomb them. That's what he said. We're just going to do a limited, very targeted, short-term bombing in Syria. We're not going to war, though. This is the kind of mentality that has created this disease-sick planet. And the body's version is the drug mentality, the medical mentality, the surgical mentality that says that we can bomb ourselves back to health using prescription drugs. Folks, when the blood gets dirty, when the blood starts to clot, when the blood gets inflamed, there is no way to avoid disease, and there's no drugs that can help you. Plavix isn't going to help. Plavix and Pradaxin and warfarin are just more toxins that the body has to deal with. There's a condition called DIC, disseminated intravascular coagulopathy. This is doctor talk for sticky, sludgy, toxic blood. The plumbing gets all clogged up. Go Google it. DIC, disseminated intravascular coagulopathy. They'll tell you it's a serious, life-threatening disease, but what they don't tell you is that before it gets officially diagnosed, it's an under-the-radar condition that gradually, chronically degenerates and gets worse and worse. If you have any kind of degenerative chronic long-term disease, anything from arthritis to atherosclerosis to autoimmune disease, whatever, you can rest assured that lurking behind your symptoms, you will find some degree of DIC, disseminated intravascular coagulopathy, sticky, clotting, toxic blood. DIC is the full-blown condition, but it's a gradually building degenerative inflammatory disease of the blood that's behind every single chronic degenerative disease you can name. And folks, this is really good news. This is really good news. This is the bright side. Why is it good news? It's because we have control over it. We have power over it. We can change the way we eat. We can change the way we breathe. We can change what we put into our system. We can heal our gut. We can get on nutritional supplements. We can practice good health. And we don't need doctors to do it. And we don't need drugs to do it. And we don't need insurance companies or Obamacare to do it. We can do it ourselves. This is so powerful. Whatever your degenerative disease is, backtrack it to dirty blood and backtrack further to stuff that's getting into your system. Get yourself on a nutritional supplement program. Immediately practice deep breathing techniques. Slowly in through the nose. Slowly out through the nose. And you won't have to be dealing with Obamacare, which is coming up here in 8 weeks. All right, there's more I want to talk about when it comes to blood clotting, and I want to talk about the electrical nature of the body. This is the coolest part of the body to me. The electrical nature of health and wellness, the electrical nature of biology. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You are listening to The Bright Side. Our number is 855-660-4261. We'll be back after this.
Many Americans suffer from digestive problems, often totally unaware they're not absorbing essential nutrients from foods and supplements. Dr. Peter Glidden is aware of the importance of healing a damaged digestive system.
Now, the product that I'm going to talk about today, Mackey Plus, and it is a combination of a superfruit, the Mackey berry, and aloe vera juice. Now, aloe vera is a very interesting nutritional supplement to talk about because aloe vera, you know, it's the stuff that you put on your skin if you get a burn. And, man, it really knocks down the pain, the inflammation of the burn, and facilitates healing. Well, guess what? It does the same thing internally that it does externally to burns.
To soothe and heal your digestive system, order Mackey Plus today by calling 855-347-3696. That's 855-347-3696. Or on the web at fireyourmdnow.com. That's fireyourmdnow.com.
Mike Stenerson from Midas Resources. At no time in history have precious metals been more important, certainly not in my 22 years in the industry. The dollar has lost over 90% of its value in the last 60 years. No fiat currency has ever survived the government printing presses. Ours is not immune. The time is now to be proactive. 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. Anything tied to the dollar is at risk. CDs, annuities, 401ks, IRAs, stocks, bonds, you name it, so decide. Do you want to leave a legacy of wealth or debt for your family? The choice is yours. Call me at 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. That's 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. Be proactive, not reactive. Call 1-800-686-2237, extension 116.
Great news, pure water lovers. BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com has a special discount offer for all GCN listeners. You can't do better than a Big Berkey for economy. For only 1.7 cents a gallon, a single set of filters can last for 5 to 10 years. There's none better than a Big Berkey for emergency preparedness as a backup water source. And you just can't beat a Big Berkey to remove dangerous chlorine, all types of fluoride, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, parasites, and unhealthy byproducts from municipal water. Berkey water filter systems are even powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. For the gold standard in water filters, get a Big Berkey at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. And all GCN listeners get 5% off all ceramic filter systems. For details, call 1-877-99-BERKEY. That's 877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
If you're worried about your health and you're tired of the nasty side effects of harsh drugs or antibiotics, then look no further. Supernatural Silver is the answer. Supernatural Silver is a powerful immune system enhancer that can be used every day to help keep you healthy and well with none of those nasty side effects. It's extremely safe for use internally as well as topically. And Supernatural Silver is hundreds of times more effective than colloidal or ionic silver. It is perfect for use in the sinuses, eyes, ears, and on any wound or skin issue. Supernatural Silver is also extremely effective when taken orally and can help fight off bacteria, viruses, and mold that may be overwhelming your immune system. Go to supernaturalsilver.com, supernaturalsilver.com, and use the promo code SILVER2014 for 20% off of your entire order and give yourself and your loved ones a fighting chance with Supernatural Silver.
Not just an alternative to the mainstream media. We're the premier independent talk radio network. We are GCN.
Welcome back to the Bright Side. I am Pharmacist Ben. We're here Monday through Friday, 8 to 9 Pacific, 10 to 11 Central Time, 24/7 on the archive page at brightsideben.com. We have a shopping cart up with all the Youngevity products and a Join the Team link that you can click on if you want to start a Youngevity business. You can also call the Brightside Ben phone team at 866-735-2470, 866-735-2470. Check out my blog, pharmacistben.com. We update it regularly. There's an article that we posted, I think, on Friday or Saturday